Karis, you're riding Sangria on Wednesday night. He's stepping up to 2,200 metres for the first time. How do you think he'll handle the extra distance?
Yeah, I think the distance there will be no problem with it. Yeah.
What about getting back to Happy Valley? His last few runs have been at Shard Tin. His only win though was at Happy Valley. Is this a better track?
Yeah, well, he won at the Valley, of course, in one class down. But the horse is going very well at the moment. His last run was very good. I had to get into him pretty early, and then he kept on finding right through a line. Small field at the Valley, type of horse that will finish off strongly. So, of course, he would not be too far behind because as a small field, he's won there before, so he's got the experience, and I think he'll go very close.
Does that worry you, the small field, how the tactics could play out in the race?
Sometimes, it can be a tricky of a race, those small field. But, I'm going to ride my horse pretty confident. I know the more confidence I ride him and comfortable I'll get him, he'll finish off strongly.
And belated birthday wishes to you, Karis. Happy birthday for Sunday. How are the celebrations?
Yeah, thank you so much. It was good. Just had some family here, so just went out for dinner, and it's nice to have your family and enjoying a nice birthday.
Douglas, you ride Fox CHEUNGER on debut on Wednesday night. You've had a lot to do with this horse. What's he like?
Look, he's not anywhere near mentally where he should be. He's very immature. He's had enough trials for him to be forward enough to be presented at the races. I think he'll run creditably well, but whatever he does, he will improve from.
Mention that with him mentally. He's also still a colt. What's his attitude like?
Oh, he's got a great attitude. There's no real nastiness or ugliness about him. So mentally, he's got everything going for him. He's just very immature yet, and he's going to be a lovely horse with time.
Neil, peace and prosperity. At the top of the straight, you must have thought you had a chance of winning last time.
Yeah, look, since he's dropped back into Class 4, he's been racing quite well. I think two runs ago was another good run, and then in between he just forced forward from a bad draw, and he's just not the biggest of horses, so it's a little bit harder for him to sustain a run to the line. But last time he's come back there and had a nice trip round, and I thought for sure he'd be a strong chance to win at the 100, and he just got worn down. But look, he's racing well. He's pulled another good gate, which I think is important for him, and he likes the Valley. So hopefully, with all that in context, that it give him a good chance to win.
You rode him in a piece of work on Saturday morning. How's he felt coming out of that run?
He's not the nicest to ride in the morning. He's a bit of a tearaway, so it's more of a thing to try and keep him going as slow as you can to make sure he doesn't overdo it. But look, he seems in good form, and he's healthy and well, so hopefully he's another strong runner.
General Line, Douglas, he's come down a fair way in the ratings points, hasn't won for a while. What did you think of his last run?
I thought he ran okay. He was drawn out wide. Having said that, he did get behind them, and the speed was on. He is pretty one-dimensional in that he needs speed, and he then finds the line. But you've indicated it. Yeah, he's come a long way in the ratings. He's dropped significantly, so he's on a reasonable mark now, but does need some luck.
1,000 metres or 1,200 metres? What's a better distance for him, do you feel?
When he runs in the 1,200 and he doesn't draw in the first half dozen, he's his own worst enemy because he's not the best beginner. He's actually he's quite silly in the gates, and then he gets a little bit strong. So with the 1,000, if he doesn't begin well, the pace is always on in the 1,000, and he seems to get over the top of them in the 1,000. So I'm hoping the 1,000 is the right distance. Ultimately, everyone looks at it afterwards and says, "Oh, when's he going to go 1,200?" But the tempo just doesn't seem to suit him as well as the 1,000.